Welcome on the cosmic atom, something unusual is occurring to you. And this is no coincidence. It cannot be explained by medical examinations or medications. These are bodily changes that signal a continuing spiritual enlightenment. Although the rest of the world may not comprehend, you're going through a tremendous interior transition that is manifesting itself physically in your body. The indicators you've been seeing are your body's reactions to a stronger connection with the divine. What seems to be weariness or pain is really your soul growing and transitioning to a new phase. God is preparing you for something great, and it is not to be overlooked. Spiritual awakening is a true process that is frequently difficult to understand, yet it brings the promise of something higher. This movie will demonstrate the 7 most typical physical indicators that precede a genuine spiritual awakening. Signs that something profound is occurring to you and that you are being led to the fulfillment of your spiritual mission. It is not simple, but each step you take brings you closer to God's purpose for your life. Do not be concerned about what is occurring in your body. If you're experiencing these symptoms, know that it's just the beginning of a transformational spiritual journey. And if this stuff speaks to you, follow the channel to discover more about your process and how it might help you go further on your path of interchange. Have you ever had an overwhelming heat rush through your body? It's neither a fever nor bodily pain. This heat seems to originate from inside, as if it is being awakened by someone bigger. It often occurs during prayers, meditations, or even periods of profound emotional surrender. But what does this mean? The spiritual heat is a strong indication that something is occurring inside you. When you sense this heat, you are experiencing more than simply physical agony. It suggests that a shift is underway. God is releasing something in your spirit so that you might develop and evolve. This is when you start to align with a greater purpose. The heat shouldn't be ignored. It is not a sign of sickness, but rather a spiritual force that activates and purifies your inner being. This heat is like a flame, dissolving anything that is no longer useful for your next level. As you feel the heat, you are being prepped for a new period in which you will get something better and deeper. This sign implies that you are being purified, sculpted for the purpose God has set for your life. When this heat arises, recognize that it reflects the inner shift you are experiencing. It may be unpleasant, but it is a necessary step in the cleansing and development process. It is an energy that prepares the groundwork for what is to come. Spiritual heat might be difficult to explain at times, but it is similar to an interior cleaning, preparing yourself to accept new energies and visions as they occur. Stop and take note of what is going on. It indicates that your spirit is growing. The sense of heat may also be a sign of alignment, in which your energy starts to resonate more strongly with the energies of the cosmos. You are connecting with the divine, which is a profound experience. This inner metamorphosis provides a chance to let go of all that is impeding your progress and move toward a more fulfilling existence that is aligned with God's plan. So, when you experience this heat, don't assume that anything is wrong. On the contrary, it demonstrates that something divine is at work inside you. The process may be difficult, but remember that each step you take on this route leads to a more enlightened future, aligned with the divine plan. You're being sculpted for a more complete, connected, and honest existence. If you're feeling this heat, understand that it is part of your spiritual awakening. God is preparing you for the next step in your path. Accept the shift with trust and confidence, for the best is yet to come. Divine presence in your life. Have you ever felt a sudden cold, as if something unseen had touched your skin? This cold that appears without reason may seem simple, but it is really a much deeper indicator. Chills are spiritual expressions rather than bodily responses. When you start to feel the chills, Don't disregard what your body is telling you. They are apparent indications of an increased presence around you. The heavenly presence becomes more palpable in your life. These shivers often occur during periods of prayer or concentration. When you connect with the supernatural, seek answers, or just sense God's calm, your spirit is affected. When something larger communicates with you in a subtle but profound manner. These chills are not random. They're your body's way of acknowledging that the spiritual realm is closer, that God is more tangible. Many of these shivers occur when you hear a word that strikes a deep chord in your heart, or when you are in a setting packed with good and spiritual energy. They are an obvious indication that you are being touched by something heavenly. Even if you can't see or touch it, the shivers feel as if your soul is being awakened to a new reality, a new view of the spiritual world. You begin to notice things differently, as if your vision is sharper and more focused on what is really important. These shivers may also occur when you get an answer to a prayer or are about to make an important choice and believe that the divine presence is guiding you. If you experience chills, know that they're not only a physical sensation. It is assurance that you are in touch with the divine and that your spiritual connection is becoming stronger. These signals are God's method of showing you that He is working in your life, leading and preparing you for something better. When these shivers emerge, take a minute to experience God's presence around you. They remind you that you are not alone. Even if you don't see it, the spiritual world is always moving around you. God is present, and these indications are just one of the ways He communicates with you. Accept these indications with thankfulness. They provide a chance to strengthen your connection with the divine and to recognize that you are on the correct track. The shivers are just one of several indications of spiritual awakening. They are an invitation for you to deepen your perception of God's presence and begin living with a better sense of spirituality. Awakening from a restless sleep at night. Have you been waking up in the middle of the night, particularly around 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.? If the answer is yes, understand that this is not a coincidence. This sort of experience is frequent among persons going through a spiritual awakening. These early morning hours are often seen as a period of deeper spiritual connection. When the spirit is more tuned into the divine, it is not unusual to experience pressure in your chest or a sense of being summoned at these times. It may seem weird, as if something is beckoning you to awaken. This may be seen as a strong indication that God is attempting to connect with you at this calm and profound time. Waking up at these times means that your body is preparing for a more personal connection with heaven. It may be unpleasant or even unsettling, but don't disregard what your body is trying to tell you. Spiritual awakening typically occurs at night, when the world around you is quiet. This calm time allows you to receive heavenly messages and change your thoughts and heart. The sensation of waking up with the impression that something significant is occurring is not a coincidence. Your spirit connects with something higher, and your soul responds to the universe's energy. If you feel pressure in your chest or have a calling, it does not always indicate a medical condition. It might be your body's reaction to an increase in spiritual energy. Spiritual awakening often involves internal modifications that the body must undertake in order to cope with the increased degree of awareness and connection. This adjustment period might be difficult, but it also confirms that you are being prepared for a higher degree of spiritual awareness. These nighttime awakenings might also serve as opportunities for thought and meditation. If you wake up with a strong feeling of purpose, strive to connect with your spirit. Say a prayer, or just sit in solitude, allowing oneself to hear and experience the divine presence. These times of quiet, although appearing painful, may be crucial to your spiritual development. It is not unusual to wake up at these periods with a fresh sense of clarity or understanding. You may realize that your mind is more open, or that fresh ideas and solutions pop into your thoughts. These are signals that your relationship to the divine is becoming stronger. Your soul is poised to absorb greater spiritual knowledge and enlightenment, which usually happens at night when the world is calmer. If the trend of waking up early in the morning continues, try to view it as an opportunity rather than an annoyance. Spiritual awakening is not a straightforward and simple procedure. It presents obstacles and periods of pain, but it also provides chances for development and change. Embrace these times of night waking to strengthen your connection with the divine and get a greater understanding of the path that is being planned for you. Pain and feelings in the body. The purifying process. When you're experiencing a spiritual awakening, you may begin to detect aches in your body that have no physical cause. These aches may occur unexpectedly and be severe, particularly in your back, shoulders, or head. If you're feeling this way, remember that you're not alone. It's not commonplace for the chosen ones. These aches do not suggest a physical problem, but rather a spiritual or energy one. When the spirit starts to cleanse itself, it releases old emotions, traumas, and anxieties that have been held inside the body, as does the temple of the spirit. Feeling the effects of these interior transformations. As you shed what no longer serves you, the body seems to follow the spiritual changes. Pastor Thomas, old grudges or emotional blocks. The body must acclimate to this additional energy. This often results in bodily pain because the energy is traveling with greater intensity, clearing what has to be freed. This purifying process may be difficult, but it is vital for you to progress on your spiritual path. These aches may seem difficult, but it is important not to be alarmed by them. They are a component of the healing and development process. The body is changing to accommodate the new degree of spiritual vibration and awareness that you are experiencing. What you're feeling is really a sign that you're shedding emotional and spiritual baggage that no longer belong in your life. This is not an immediate procedure and may take some patience. Spiritual awakening is a continuing process in which all aspects of yourself, both physically and spiritually, must be modified and cleaned. As these aches and feelings occur, try not to see them as a burden, but rather as a chance to connect more intimately with yourself. Every hardship you experience is preparing you for something better and deeper. Remember that this is not a punishment, but rather a cleaning procedure. You are being sculpted to carry pure energy that is more in tune with your divine mission. If you experience any aches or feelings in your body, try to remember that this is a normal aspect of the change. Allow yourself to go through this calmly and confidently, knowing that the best is yet to come. This cleaning may also be seen as a means for the spirit to prepare for the real task that God intends for you. The releasing process is vital for you to grow into a stronger and wiser version of yourself. When these pangs come, take a deep breath, trust your process, and know that you are being prepared for a brighter future. Love and spiritual insight. As a result, even if the process seems difficult, realize that everything is part of your spiritual development. These aches are just fleeting, but the lessons they teach you will last a lifetime. Increased sensitivity. I'm feeling more than ever. As your spiritual enlightenment progresses, something extraordinary happens. Your senses become more acute. Sounds that were previously unnoticeable become more acute, and you notice nuances around you that you had previously overlooked. This is not a coincidence, but rather a clear indication that your spiritual awareness is growing. You begin to sense the energy surrounding you with greater intensity. Conversations, settings, and even people's gestures seem to have a stronger influence on you. Something as basic as a word or a gesture may hold significant emotional weight, and you begin to pick up on the feelings of others as if you are more sensitive to what lays beyond words. Your empathy rises, and you start to feel more than other people. This new perception extends beyond what you can literally hear or see. Your spirit is becoming more linked to the unseen, to what cannot be touched yet is nonetheless real. You begin to observe how people's energies influence the surroundings and your own energy. Situations that were once ordinary now seem dramatic, imbued with spiritual significance that you had not before recognized. This increased spiritual awareness may seem disconcerting at first. What appeared easy at the time may now have a profound impact on your life. You may sense other people's emotions so strongly that you believe you are having their experiences. This indicates that your capacity to sense and comprehend the energy around you is growing. Throughout this journey, remember that this is a gift, not a burden. Your enhanced sensitivity is a spiritual instrument that helps you connect more intimately with what exists beyond the physical. This implies you have the ability to comprehend people, situations, and even settings in ways that many others cannot. Your sensitivity and perception are talents that may be utilized to benefit people around you. Your intuition improves as your sensitivity rises. You'll discover that you're more confident in your emotions and views. That feeling you previously rejected is now a solid guidance. This process of connecting with the spiritual realm helps you become more alert, aware, and present in your surroundings. Over time, you'll learn to employ this sensitivity in a balanced manner. You will learn to safeguard your energy by recognizing when to withdraw from circumstances or individuals who may deplete your energy. Your capacity to connect with the divine and the forces that surround you will be a blessing. However, you must also accept responsibility as you learn to manage this power. You will improve your ability to use empathy and sensitivity to bring healing and understanding into the world. Remember that heightened sensitivity is a normal element of spiritual awakening. It is here to assist you realize the divine mission that has been set for you. Change in appetite when the body adjusts. As you experience a spiritual awakening, your body starts to react in surprising ways. One of the most obvious changes is a shift in appetite. You may realize that some meals you used to like no longer taste the same or do not appeal to you as much as they did. This is not a passing fad or a question of preference, but rather the direct result of a deep interior shift. Your body is changing to accept the new spiritual forces that are becoming active as you begin to expand your awareness. Your body also needs to adjust to these new frequencies. Heavy or processed meals, which were formerly typical, may now cause you to feel more weary or even overwhelmed. This occurs when your body adjusts to accept and handle more delicate and heightened energies throughout this process. You may feel compelled to adjust your diet in search of lighter, more natural, and healthier choices. Fruits, vegetables, and simpler meals may seem more enticing. Your body automatically begins to want meals that are more in tune with your new spiritual vibration, assisting you in maintaining the balance and energy required to continue your transformational path. Furthermore, a shift in appetite may indicate that you are becoming more conscious of how eating affects your energy and well-being. What you consume not only provides physical fuel, but it also influences your spiritual and emotional vitality. The body, which is now more in sync with the divine, seeks meals that feed it profoundly, not just physically but also energetically. Although these changes may be unsettling at first, they are strong indications that you are adapting to your new spiritual reality as you welcome this transition. You will also be caring for your body like a temple, ensuring that it is ready to fulfill God's holy purpose for you. Remember that these adjustments are part of a bigger, purifying, and spiritual alignment process. Trust your body and the process that is occurring inside you. Adjusting your nutrition can assist to create a healthier and more balanced atmosphere in which your spiritual energy may thrive even more. Vibrations in the body. The spiritual energy has been activated. One of the most prevalent feelings after a spiritual awakening is the appearance of vibrations or tingling in various places of the body. These indications may appear in the hands, feet, or even the top of the head, and they indicate that your spiritual energy is being awakened and adjusted. When you experience these vibrations, it's as if your body is shifting to a higher, more delicate frequency, enabling you to connect more intimately with the divine. These bodily experiences are not accidental. They are your body's answers to the spiritual activity going on in your life. Spiritual awakening does not occur just at the emotional or cerebral levels. It has a direct effect on the physical body. Vibrations are one of the most palpable indicators that something is shifting in your inner self. Your energy, which was previously stagnant or at a lower level, is now realigning to a higher frequency and becoming more linked to the divine. It is critical to recognize that these vibratory feelings are not indicative of pain or anything unpleasant. On the contrary, they indicate that you're growing more attuned to the spiritual energy surrounding you. Your body is adapting to integrate these higher energies and connect with God's divine purpose for you. Each frequency is like fine-tuning your being to match a higher spiritual vibration. Do not dismiss these feelings. They are part of the healing and change process you're going through. These vibrations may intensify over time as you grow more intimately aligned with your divine mission. They affirm that you are aware of what is going on the spiritual level and that your relationship with God is becoming stronger. This process might be difficult, but it is necessary for your spiritual development. Observing these signals can help you comprehend that you are being groomed for something larger, for a divine purpose. Every physical feeling you feel is a preparation for the next stage of your awakening. And while you welcome these changes, allow yourself to feel and comprehend what is going on. You are much more aligned with God's purpose for your life. If you recognize any of these signals, do not dismiss them. Allow yourself to undergo this transition and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Who knows? Your tale may help others realize that they are going through something similar. You are not alone on this path. If you're experiencing a spiritual awakening, please follow the channel and forward this message to others who may be going through a similar transition. Your story is unique, and by sharing it, you may inspire and assist others who are on the same route. Dear viewers, your support through Super Chat and membership is the only source of income that keeps this channel running. If you want me to continue uploading valuable content without delays and to stay motivated in providing you with the best wisdom, I need your help. Every contribution, big or small, makes a huge difference. Feel free to donate and support Pure Wisdom so we can keep growing together. Your generosity keeps this journey alive.
If you're enjoying the content on Pure Wisdom and find value in the messages we share, I encourage you to subscribe. Based on the latest analytics, 93.9% of viewers are watching without subscribing. By subscribing, you not only stay updated with new content, but also support the channel's growth, allowing us to continue spreading wisdom for the chosen ones. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important message. Let's build this community together.